So we worked on some phrasing ideas earlier in some of the other sections, the pentatonic, the technique section, but now I want to get into some more advanced phrasing ideas. The first of those being starting licks on different beats. We don't at all have to always start on the first beat of the progression. We can displace some of these licks and they'll sound very, very different. You heard me do that a bit in some of the examples where I wasn't just starting on the 1, I can start on the 2, I can wait a whole measure. It's all about using your ear and hearing where exactly you think that lick will fit best. And you'll find through trial and error some really, really cool results with this, where you play some lines that maybe it's a common line you play a lot, but it'll sound totally different depending on where you're putting it rhythmically in the progression. In addition to that, there's also a lot we can do with timing. Now, mostly with blues, we want to try to play on or a bit behind the beat. Anytime we start rushing, it can tend to sound a bit nervous, especially with improvisation. And I know a lot of players, including I've definitely struggled with getting a little bit ahead of the beat. So working on just really hearing the song and hearing where the beat is, and working on just thinking about having a laid back feel for it. And that will greatly contribute to a blues sound. If you listen to a lot of great horn players, a lot of great blues guitarists too, B.B. King, kind of all the Kings, Freddie and Albert too, a lot of that stuff can be pretty severely behind the beat, and it just sounds so kind of melodic, and so there's not really a better word than it, but bluesy, because it really has that vibe and that attitude behind it. So finally, to demonstrate this, I'm going to play over 3 choruses of a blues progression in C using a very simple motif. The first time around, I'm going to try to play right on the beat. The second time, I'm going to rush a bit. And the third time, I'm going to play behind the beat. And this will give you a really good idea of how this sounds and how starting different places can affect what your line's going to sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now rushed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now behind the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you hear from that, each of those has a very, very different sound, and use your ears and listen for what you like, and depending on the context, a different beat placement or where you start the lick, are you playing on top of the beat, behind, will be more suited and more appropriate for that situation.